Hey guys, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you some of my crazy dreams that I've been having in this video because, you know, I'm like a very vivid dreamer. Like when I dream, I remember every detail. Like I dream in color too. I don't know if everyone dreams in color, but like I know that I do. Like I know that I dream in color. But I just wanted to tell you some of my dreams because I think they're very interesting and I like to tell people them because they could be books and I write them down in my notes and I've been writing them since I was little. Like I would you know, like small dreams, I would like have like a little dream journal thing, kind of like Shark Boy and Lava Girl, because I used to be like my favorite book. But ever since I was little, I've always had like very vivid dreams, and you know, writing a book or like writing down my notes or like a voice recording. But I'm just going to tell y'all some of my recent ones because if I told you all of my crazy ones, that would be a very long video. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into it. But before we get into the video, really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. I try to post every week, so make sure you subscribe and turn the post notification bell so you won't miss any of it. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into telling you guys my crazy dreams that I've been having. So I'm just gonna look up on my notes from the past 2 years. I dreamed, and we'll see what comes up. I looked up I dream on my notes on here and it came up 73 things. So I can't tell you all of these, but I will tell you some of my recent ones. Like there was one the other day and it was very odd. It was really weird, and I don't want people to think I'm crazy when I like tell you this dream because it's very like, it can be graphic, I guess, like if people like, I don't know, like because it involves like a baby. I know it sounds like weird, but okay, let me find it. Actually, there's probably more than 73 because on this one specific dream that I was looking for, I didn't put I dreamed at first because most of the time I just wake up and immediately write them down. So this one, I don't know if it's like, I don't know what this means. Every dream means something apparently and has like kind of a connection in your life, but I don't know how this would be connected to my life. Like I don't know, but I'll just tell you what I have written down kind of and add more details that I remembered. So because basically what I write down is like the gist of it, and then most of the time if I have like a summary of what happened, I can think of all the other details in the dream that happened. So I was crawling around, I was at Walmart and the Christmas stuff was out. I'm like reading it, how I wrote it down. I was at Walmart and the Christmas stuff is out. I was literally crawling on all fours in the aisle, okay? And I went through this like compartment hallway where the Christmas stuff was, and it led to like the outside, and on this building there was all of these animals, like a hawk and like a jaguar and like an armadillo and like a raccoon and like a wild cat, like I don't know, like animals like that. I don't know if they're all in the same category, but just like wild animals basically. And they started like chasing me and like tried to attack me. And one specific one was the wildcat slash bobcat, I don't know which one it was, started chasing me. And I turned around and it was actually a guy that was chasing me. And the guy, like I don't know if we like fell down or something, but he had this knife, okay? And at first he had this like small little pocket knife, okay? And I kept telling him like, don't do it, like don't kill me, like, and he would sit it down and just get a bigger one. And each time I told him not to, he kept getting a bigger and bigger knife. And then finally he had a butcher knife. And he started to try to stab me, and he did stab me. And I tried to fight him back, so I got the knife from him and I started stabbing him, like just continuously over and over again. I started stabbing this person, okay? And as soon as I know it, I had actually just killed a baby, okay? At first it was a guy, and then I looked down and there was just like a butchered baby. That's why I'm saying, like, if you like, I hope no one gets offended by this. I really can control what I dream. I don't know why I dream this. Like, I'm not crazy or anything. Like, I would never do that in real life, obviously. But like in my dream, that's what happened. I don't know if it's like symbolism for something, I don't know. And I remember after I walked away and I still had the knife with me, but I remember feeling really bad because I was afraid I was gonna go to jail. That's the only thing I was thinking though. I was like, I don't want to go to jail. Like that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't want anyone to like that sounds bad. Like I just killed a baby. Like I was just so confused because it was a wildcat, then a boy, then a baby. So I I remember thinking how bad that I felt, but then I was thinking that maybe it was like a demonic spirit, because you know how like spirits can change their forms or take different life forms to manipulate someone to like make them feel bad or like feel remorse for something, or you know, like, you know what I mean, like all those horror movies, that's kind of what they do. And then I remember carrying the knife and I handed it to one of my friends because this person had darker jeans on and I had light jeans on, so I just handed it to this person. And I just told them to keep it in their pockets because they had black jeans on and it wasn't as noticeable. And then I remember just eating food at this cafeteria after, and then that was the end of that dream. So don't know what that means, but yeah, that's one of the dreams, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna like tell some like random ones that aren't as scary. This one literally 4 lines. There was more to this, but all I wrote down was, I had a dream I hung out with a lot of rappers, specifically Lil Pump, and my mom had a fish tank and my drawers had water filled in them. That's all it was. That was the whole dream. I remember though, the drawers were all filled with water and I was so confused, and my mom did have a fish tank, I don't know, and Lil Pump was there, so that happened. Oh, okay, there is this really cool one, and it involves time traveling, okay? On here, I said, I dreamed that I went back in time to October of last year, and literally everything was the same as it was October of 2018, and in my dream world, there was like this social media craze, or like these rings, but I'll get to that in a minute. I know that didn't happen in real life, but like, I don't know. So, it was this thing on Snapchat. We were classified as rings, and literally your body turns into a ring, like a wedding ring, okay? And you're at certain levels because of the rings. Like you could be a 1 ring, 2 ring, or 3 ring, but you could only associate with people in your ring ranking. So like if you're 1 ring, you can only date and be friends with people in your 1 ring rank. But if you're like a 3 ring, then you're like basically a celebrity, but like it's easy to become a 3 ring. You just have to like do certain things on Snapchat, I guess, like I don't know. So yeah, and you could like float, like you were floating rings, okay? I know that sounds like crazy, but in the dream, my grandmother was my fairy godmother, and she's the one that helped me when I went back in time. She was there explaining like, you know, like how to get out of it, and she said if I have faith in God, then I will be back to normal, because it was from this time now back to October, so I was like, I don't want to go through junior year all over again, like that's lame. But the day, I'm not even reading it anymore, I just like remember this, but in the dream, like the day that I went back in time, it was like close to Halloween, so everyone had their Halloween costumes on, and I remember everyone just running down the hallway in their Halloween costumes, and everyone was afraid of each other, and I was running from people, like I don't know, everyone was running from each other. And I remember she pulled me in the bathroom and said something like at the school, like I don't know. And then when the dream first happened, before I went back in time, I was like on a plane about to go to Disney World, and then somehow I like went all the way back in time to, wait, no, I wasn't on a plane. Okay, at the first of the dream, we were on a plane and we were about to go to Gatlinburg or something, because we usually go to Gatlinburg like around like October, November, and I remember talking about Disney World and how so far away it was, and then I was like, wait, like it's almost time for it. I think that's when I realized that I went back in time or something. And I remember telling my family that I went back in time, and no one would believe me. I don't know, I'm kind of going backwards in this because I kind of write it backwards a little, because I just remember like when I wake up, I write down immediately like what just happened, and then I kind of write down like the rest of the details. Sorry if that was like so like out of place. But here's another recent one. May the 9th, 2019. I dreamed we were at a soccer field and my brother was playing. I kind of joined, but they were kicking a TV, so I stopped because what the heck? Why were they kicking a TV? I literally stopped because I was like, that's not okay. And my friend and her boyfriend were there, and she had a red fancy dress on and a cheetah fur coat on the soccer field, and I had a black fancy dress on and a nice sparkly watch. And me and her went to the food to get me and her went to go get food at the concessions. And to get to the food, the concession part, you have to go through a few pool areas and more baseball and soccer fields. And while we were getting food, I saw my other friend, so I just stayed with her, and me and her got distracted while talking and getting food. We ended up going through the wrong way. She found her family because they were right there, but I had to go through all the pool and baseball areas again. But when I got there, no one was there. And I just thought everyone left, but it turns out they were at another field, and that's where I was supposed to be at, but I didn't realize because I thought I was the right one, but I wasn't. And I got in this car and I tried to find everyone, but I couldn't find anyone. And I was basically lost, so I called my dad, and he tried to he tried to tell me where they were and how to get back, but I was just so confused. So somehow I got to the bottom of this hill in my car, okay, and there was all these cabins, but no one was there. They were abandoned, and they had spiders and bugs all inside of them. And somehow I went inside. I went in and had to crawl out, despite how many tiny spaces there was. Like, literally the whole cabin was just like compacted with like spiders and bugs. Like, I don't know, I think it's because I'm so claustrophobic and I hate spiders and bugs, and like in my dreams, like that's what happens. Like, I guess all the things that I'm afraid of most like kind of come out, like, because you know, I'm thinking about this, like my two worst fears are like small spaces and bugs. So yeah. And I remember so confused, and I think I called my dad again, and I remember him saying something like I was close to where I need to be, and I needed to be close to where the Blair Witch Project took place centuries ago. So apparently that's where I was. Like that's what the abandoned cabin was. It had something to do with the Blair Witch Project. And I had already felt a bad vibe, and I was so scared. I just wanted to go home. I tried to make it back, and I had this spider crawl on top of me, okay? And he somehow, like, he would like attach himself to my back, and he somehow controlled where I went because he attached himself to me. And but it still wasn't the right way. Like, the spider didn't know, you know. And I remember having a vision of the last guy that was at the cabin, and he was supposed to be there, but he left earlier than he was supposed to because he had a bad feeling about it. I visioned these videos in black and white of him taking care of different women for a school project, but he didn't feel like he had captured the full experience out there good enough, so he never released the films. And I don't know what happened after that. I woke up. That's what I wrote down. But one of the most recent ones that I dreamed last night, I dreamed that me and my boyfriend went to this alternative school. I don't know why, we were just there. It was like this huge, like everything was concrete. And I remember having our phones there, but they told us not to have them out. And there was this really big swimming pool that everyone would hang out at. But like we were in an alternative school, but like we still had freedom. Like I remember breaking out of the alternative school and like my parents picking me up and like getting me McDonald's, but then I went back. I don't know, it was weird. But there was more to it, but like that's all I can like grasp right now. I think Harmony was there. Okay, I might just start reading these. Just the way they are, because some of these I don't exactly remember. So on this one I said that I dreamed I was inside the show where the whole house is haunted, but it was like a TV show. It was like a show on TV that we would watch, but I was also a character in real life, and we would watch it with the characters. And this dude asked me to be the ringleader and wear his powerful jacket, but only the jacket. I don't know. There was this Chinese chick there and this Mexican dude, and from this show, like they were from like some show, like maybe my dad was watching, like I don't know. And I remember just sitting at a table, and they were all bad guys in the show, but I was like also a character in the show, but I was like watching it at the same time. And they had like powers through like telekinesis, and they were also like ghost spirits, and some of them had like paranormal powers. And I remember just being outside and riding around to different houses in the show, and I remember seeing some of my friends working in an open bakery there. And I asked where my brother was, and I don't know what that was. And there was this long table of area of sweets because this sweet evil dude took over. It was like, I don't know what that means. But yeah, I just remember like the whole ground being whipped cream, and everyone was eating it. The whole table was like sweets. It was all like edible stuff, and it was really good. I remember like, yeah, so, oh yeah. I also had this dream where me and my boyfriend went through this portal thing into another dimension, but the only reason that we went through the portal was to hit golf balls. because like it was loud inside, so we just went through like, you know, this like evil dimension so it wouldn't be as loud inside. I guess that was like our logic in the dreams. But to get there was so many spirits and it was really creepy, and sometimes they would travel back with us, like they would get attached to us and travel back, so like we had to deal with that, you know, like typical dream world stuff, I guess. So also my dad had insurance with some of the spirits, but he didn't like it because sometimes his insured people wouldn't harm our lives. So yeah, but the more that we were interacted with them when we went through the portal, the more energetic and lively they would get. And the portal was like this tan open hole with socks all around it, okay? And we had to go through this big creepy abandoned playroom to get to this portal in like this like warehouse place. I don't know, but apparently it was my dad's at one time. Probably didn't make any sense, but okay. Okay, here's another dream that happened recently. May the 11th, 2019. Okay, so in the dream, I was like at the school, and I remember my vanity was like in the grass close to the football field. If you don't know where the school is, you're not gonna know, or like, you probably can't envision this, but it's like in the grass in front of the school, in front of the football field. I remember my vanity was there, and my mom had left me there to clean it outside for some reason. And I remember she parked the car on the side of the road, so when I'm done I could just go sit in it, and then I was gonna call her to come get me. But I remember once I was done, I sat in the car, and somehow the car started going, and I didn't know how to drive in the dream, and it was like steering the wrong way, and I tried to steer it in the right direction, but it was like going towards the directions that all the cars were coming at us in, and it just kept going faster and faster, like close to all these cars. And the car in front of me wasn't paying attention, and it ran right into me, and it felt like I was like in an actual car crash. Like I remember like the car like moving, like I don't know, like it was so weird. But also on here I said maybe that's why I went so far back in time, to prevent me doing that again and to prevent dying. Because the other dream, I went back in time and I had these dreams on the same day. Like I had the other dream and then I had this dream. So like, or wait, no, I don't know when I had them. I think I had this dream first and then the other dream first. I think I had this dream first and the other dream, and maybe they're connected, I don't know. Here's a very odd one that I found. This was June 8th, 2017. The other day I dreamed that a cat made me do all these different things, and in the end she actually manipulated me into murdering someone. So I don't remember that one. I kind of do. I remember that happening, but I don't remember all that. But let's see. Why do I have so many like dreams about babies and dying? Like I really don't know. Like there's this other dream that was right beside it. It says the other day I dreamed that I was at field day at school, but we had these different restaurants there. I dreamed about how someone was killing a baby in a shower, and it was vivid. Like, can someone tell me like why I dream about that? Like I really don't want anyone to get offended. You know, if you have a child or something, like I don't know why I'm dreaming that I'm killing infants. But yeah, so and everything's about like demons. Like I don't know, like all these dreams that are like demons in it. Like there's this one, I kind of remember this one. This is July 27th, 2017. I had a dream that I went to school every 2 weeks where we would stay and do these simple things, and I had to ride in this small cars along with some other girls in this big house. And we went to the city one time and everyone was at war and we fought in it. But then we celebrated Christmas there, but it was just so creepy and weird. And one time the woman made us do weird demon summonings. Then one day I tried to escape, but that caused more trouble. The crazy neighbors next door tried to murder me, but I eventually got away and ran far into the woods and never stopped. It ended with me finding it, something about finding me, and I kicked a pig. I don't know. I remember that one, honestly. These are like old, like these are very old. It's 2017, early 2018 dreams, so. Oh, I remember this one, and I think I dreamed this because I was like at a bad place in my life, so like maybe it has some symbolism. But, and I remember this one very vividly because it stuck out to me because I feel like it meant something, I don't know. I had a dream that I was walking down to this boardwalk with this torch of fire lighting the sides. It was a summer day, but it was really windy. I had a white dress on. I wanted to walk, but there was no way to get around. I tried going through the way with the torches, but it was windy and I didn't want to get on fire, so I jumped in the pool, but I couldn't get back up. My parents and Noah tried to save me from it and help me get up, but they couldn't, and my phone fell in the water too. And I tried to throw it back up, but it just kept falling and kept slipping into the water, and then I slipped down, then I woke up gasping for air. It felt so real. I remember that one. Like, I have so many dreams on here, I'm just like going through all of them. Okay, I found this one. It says, I dreamed the world was ending. We had train tickets. I packed a lot of stuff in my bag. We were in Walmart with Deja. First the world ended and I didn't make it. My legs burnt off. That's all I have on here. Just my legs burnt off, you know. I'll tell you this one. This was September 1st, 2018. I dreamed there was a man dressed up like Shrek. Oh my god, I remember this one. And I remember feeling so freaked out the next time I was home alone looking out the window, because it was like at my house and like in my backyard, like in the dream when this happened. It says, I dreamed there's this man just like Shrek that was at first very far away, but every day I would look out the window, he kept getting closer and closer to the house, and eventually he had a bat, and it was really creepy. And one time Shishi was close to him and started moving more and more, and I made contact with him once, and he was like stalking me and wanting to kill us, but he never did. He never killed Shishi either, so that's good. Okay, it says, I dreamed we were in this house and I was talking to Jeffree Star. The house got wrecked and my mom tried to tell me to light things on fire, especially the TV and the wall. This one just says, I dream I saw Ellen in public. Simple. Don't remember that. This one says, I dream my teeth were breaking off. That has symbolism. I've looked that up before. While I'm making this dream video, I decided to tell y'all some of the dreams that I've had about X, because I've had a few dreams about him and I just found some of them. This is from December 23rd, 2018. It says, I dreamed about X and I dreamed that I wanted to date him, but he said that he doesn't really do dating. But okay, like in these dreams, like he is there, okay? Like I swear to God, like I've never met him before, but in the dream, I feel like I've met him just because I've seen him in my dreams. It feels like he was there, like I had seen him. Like the way he looked in my dreams is how I would imagine him to be in real life. You know, I think it's because I've watched so many videos of him from like the past 2 years, you know, it's just kind of like, I can't, you same with like Ariana Grande, like I've had a dream about her before, and it just like, you can just like imagine seeing them in real life, and that's just kind of how they are. So in my dreams, it's just how it is. So I remember he was standing right in front of me and he had his arms around me and he was so close. I was so close to his face, and he was like touching all over me, and it just felt so real. And I was just like so close to his face when he was talking. That was one of them. That's just kind of what I wrote down. It was like a short dream. Okay, here's another one that I had. This was October 8th. This is kind of like going backwards in order, but yeah. So this is another dream that I had about X. So I spoke to, this is what I have written down. I spoke to X in my dream. He was sitting beside me and I looked at him and I said that I loved him. And he looked over and he looked at me and he said that he loved me too. And he told me that he loved the drawing that I made of him. And we talked about it for a while. And I swear to God, like I remember this dream briefly. This happened a while ago, but I do remember it. But it literally, like I said, like it feels so real when he's in my dreams. And I wrote down, I felt like he was actually there and I was actually talking to him. And I felt so at peace and so happy, and it was honestly the best dream that I've ever had. This other one, I dreamed like right after he passed away. I'll have to find it. I don't know if I wrote it down. Like I remember it, but I think I wrote it down on a Snapchat thing, so I posted it on my story back in the summertime, like last summer, like when it happened. So I'll have to find it. But here's another dream. This is April 15th. This is before he died. April 15th, 2018. I had a dream that I was X's girlfriend, and it felt so weird. I don't know why I said that. We kissed and everything. It was amazing. So, I remember the first time I dreamed about X though. It was like 2017. Like April 2017. I saw the voice memo somewhere. I think. I don't remember. But I remember like being in this car, and I remember it was a mix of, it was like, you know, it was supposed to be like a mix of X and, oh, what's his name? Oh, the Six Black person, however you say his name. Because like at the time I was listening to him a lot too. And it was like a mix of both of them. But it was like mainly X. Like I felt his presence in the dream more. But I remember like, I think he was supposed to be like a guy I was talking to at the time, or like hanging out with at the time. I don't know, because it didn't really act like the way that they would act. It acted like a person in my life, but it was in the form of them for some reason. But I just remember like dreaming that a while ago. I don't know. I've had some dreams about Lil Peep too. Okay, I'll tell you this one about Peep that I had. This was June 2018. Bro, okay, this is so crazy. Literally, I had this dream the night before X passed away. This is June 18th, 2018 at 10:21 a.m. That's crazy. I didn't even realize it. But that night I said, or on this, I said, I had a dream about Peep and he was dead, but he haunted the school and we could still see him walking around. But he was buried in this whole dream and I just kept going to get him and taking him out of his grave. Like I remember doing this, like I would take him out of his grave and then like I remember like running back and forth with his body. Like I don't know, like I don't know. But it was really creepy. And so another dream was that me and my brother, I remember this one oddly, like very vividly. Me and my brother were in this foster home for Jewish people. Okay, and the house was haunted. But they wanted me to bring this baby, like it was supposed to be like our baby like brother or sister down to this like ceremony thing where they had this like big star. Like I don't know what was going on in my dream, but I had to go back upstairs and get the special ornament for the ceremony. And I remember something about like I turned the lights off in my brother's room and something would happen and I was late to the ceremony and the Jewish people got mad at me and like there was like a curse or something, I don't know. So that's, some of these dreams were like very all over the place, but they're just really odd. So okay, so this was a dream about X, and I had this dream in October 8th, 2018, and I have it right here because I remember I wrote it down. I texted it on like this thing and I posted on my Snapchat and my Instagram because like it was just like a really beautiful dream, and it was like, it's like my favorite dream of all time because it like holds meaning, and it just like, I don't know, like the dream itself just means a lot to me because it felt so real, and it kind of like gave me some sense of like closure, I guess, to it, like to his passing, you know. I think I had this around his passing, and I don't know if I have it written down anywhere, I couldn't find it, but I remember, I think I put it on Snapchat, like this one, but I dreamed that we were in this like auditorium place, and I remember there was a bunch of people my age just like crying. I guess, you know, over X's passing, of course. But X was there and hugging and talking to everyone. And I remember I was sitting there and he came up to me and he sat beside me. And he was just talking to me, like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but I just remember like talking to him, and then he gave me a hug, and then I just remember like, I don't know, it's just crazy because I just felt his energy there, like I felt his spirit, like I know that it was him there. But it was so crazy because I remember I put on my Snapchat that dream, and someone slid up and said, you know what's crazy, I had that exact same dream last night, like the exact same one. It just made me believe that like maybe it really was his spirit, because I feel like spirits probably could come in your dreams, you know. Obviously that seems like a real thing, you know. It just really felt like his energy, it felt like he was really there, and I'm just so thankful that I got to have those dreams and feel his energy and his presence, because I genuinely feel like it was some part of his spirit was there, because it just felt so real and so like just genuine. And it just like having those dreams after his passing just really gave me like closure to it, you know, because it genuinely felt like he was there telling me these things, you know. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. So yeah, I hope you don't think I'm too crazy, but I hope you like my dreams, because I always have crazy dreams all the time. I feel like they could be like a book. Like one day I just want to like take all my notes on my phone about my dreams and just make a whole book out of it, because I feel like that'd be like an amazing book, like that'd be great. But yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because I try to post weekly. So yeah, and turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified every week that I post. So yeah, until next time, bye guys.